The CCP claims that China's construction industry is a building maniac, but this title should be attributed to the CCP. With the collusion between officials and businessmen at all levels, China's construction industry has produced shockingly shoddy projects. Let's watch a few videos together. Netizens said, the shoddy constructions have their ideas in the strong wind. A man in a particular place in China was watching workers working and encountered a shocking scene. In April 2025, strong winds hit many places in China, allowing God to verify the CCP's shoddy construction. A force of 12 gales hit Zhengzhou, Henan province, and a house wall was suspected of collapsing. Oh my god, how come this happened? Ha ha ha. One netizen said, "Is the force 12 wind in Zhengzhou so strong? My house collapsed when I got home from work." An ex-platform netizen posted a video saying, "Birds never build shoddy projects. They are safe and sound after the force of 10 gales. The quality of this infrastructure makes human workers blush." On April 11, 2025, 15 gusts blew away the floor-to-ceiling windows in a family's living room in Zhengzhou. Look, there was a strong wind blowing this window away. Oh my god, I forgot to close the window when I went out, so I can't get in. The strong wind blew the windows of a house in Henan to the ground. This window was damaged and blown off by the strong wind. Oh my, this is too destructive. Who is responsible for this? The insurance company? The glass is broken. The strong wind blew away debris on a building's roof and opened the glass. I thought installing photovoltaics would save me money on electricity, but I ended up using the money to buy a new one. What about the promise of withstanding a 17-level typhoon? I won't take the blame. The strong wind also blew off people's roofs. Hey, is the strong wind? I opened the door and saw that the roof was gone. It had been blown away and I couldn't find it. Where did it go? How do you tidy it up? Now you have no place to tidy it up. You can only fix the roof first and then tidy up the room. Where else can you put this thing? Come quickly, look at what has happened to the house due to the wind. The iron roof has been blown away. In April this year, a strong wind blew over the roof of a garage in Jiangxi, Zhejiang. When I received the call, I worried about whether it would affect other surrounding properties. Now, there is a situation. There was a tornado last night, which blew away the roof of my garage, number 1, so we have to go and see if the cars inside are damaged. The entire roof of my garage number 1 was blown over by several hundred meters and collapsed. You see, the iron sheet of my garage number 1 was blown here. This big tree is more than 30 centimeters thick and was blown down immediately. This is my garage number 1. I have stored my treasures for many years, which are helpful here. I want to carry out emergency protection, repair, and maintenance. The owner of Changsha Mingfa International City showed the mainland media reporters the houses in his community. It's all empty here? It's all empty here. You can peek about inside. How can we feel safe in this house? It's all empty up to the 34th floor. It's made of foam. Oh, it's all made of foam. Foam. A construction worker also kindly disclosed the shocking inside story to netizens. Let me remind you all, those who are not really jumping off the building but want to scare others, please be careful. Generally, 2/3 of the parapet's edge on the roof of the building is made of foam, not real material. Only the 18 centimeters on the inside are solid walls. Be careful when going upstairs. Please don't step on this part outside, otherwise it would be a real tragedy. An owner said the walls of the luxury house he bought in Guangzhou for more than $1 million were made of foam. Wow, my god, this is all bubbles, all bubbles. Look, look. It cracked with just a single press. The video caption reads, "The wall of a multi-million-dollar mansion in Guangzhou is a foam wall that sinks when pressed. The local Housing and Construction Bureau has intervened to investigate." Some experts say that even walls in a house that only serve as partitions and are not load-bearing walls need a certain level of strength. Foam materials not only lack strength but are also flammable. In fact, everyone understands this principle, so why do developers want to deceive the owners like this? On the one hand, it's for money. On the other hand, it's also a moral decline and a disregard for the owner's safety. This is also a manifestation of the chaos caused by the CCP's evil governance of the country. Shoddy construction. It's good that no one was killed. How can you buy such a house? It's horrible. An owner made an astonishing move in front of his unfinished house. He dug up the load-bearing columns and found them full of foam. This video's subtitles are hilarious. Can anyone tell me why the house I bought for $200,000 or $300,000 is made of foam? One netizen said, "This house is too scary." Others said, "The outer wall is made of foam insulation and the inside is concrete. If the concrete falls off when it's poked, it's a shoddy project." In a specific place in China, many residents of a residential community hung red banners on their balconies saying, "I don't want to live here, I want to sell my house." Some owners also took videos saying that the house they bought for millions of dollars was constructed poorly. Which developer built this house? People spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy a house, but end up with a shoddy construction. Look, this is the wall. You can dig it down with your hands. This is the wall. Do you see it? Right? This is the house. Do you think we should report him? What do you think? Should we report him? Look at this house. It would be strange if it didn't collapse. If it's like this and the windows fall off, don't blame me for not installing them correctly. Look, the decoration of this house is so good that you can pick it off with your hands, and the house will collapse. One netizen exclaimed, "Wow, this is even softer than the clumping cat litter at home. This is too scary. How many years can the house last?" Someone questioned, will those who come here steal sea sand and use it to build these things? Some people also sarcastically said, "Socialism, infrastructure maniac, concentrate resources to accomplish great things." Buying a house in China is a very troublesome and confusing matter. Faced with soaring housing prices in the past few years, many people with a mentality of guaranteed profit almost emptied their family's 6 wallets and took out high-interest loans to buy houses as residences and investments. But as housing prices have fallen in recent years, many homeowners have been horrified to discover that not only do they have to continue paying their mortgages every month, but they are also faced with the heartbreaking reality that their houses are shoddy. In April 2025, just 2 years after the delivery of a 28-story residential building in Maoming City, Guangdong Province, the owners discovered that 39 load-bearing columns in the underground garages of buildings 68 to 79 had cracked and crushed, and there were many cracks in the floor slabs. The steel bars were thin and severely rusted, but even more outrageous was the steel bars in almost every column were broken. The steel bars are rusted so severely that you can break them apart with your hands if you knock on them. Is this concrete? The steel bar has broken. Just 3 millimeters left. There are still 3 millimeters? This is not an 8 millimeter steel bar. Wow, the difference is not just half the size. Is this an 8 millimeter steel bar? Wow. The largest steel bars here are almost broken. The diameter of the steel bars here is 20 or 18 millimeters, and now they are almost rotten to pieces. If you knock on it, you will see that everything explodes. Look up, everything is exploding. It's all exploded here. Let me show you, the steel bars are all broken. The steel bars are all broken inside. All the steel bars are broken. Come here. Each load-bearing column is made of the same material. The diameter of the main steel bar is only 14 millimeters. For a 28-story house, the main steel bar is 14 or 16 millimeters. Now it's rusted and broken. The steel bar should be 18 millimeters, but now it's less than 14 millimeters. Some netizens question whether the developer used sea sand and inferior steel bars for construction, while river sand was required according to the standard. Some professional netizens pointed out that the steel bars were already rusted when the construction team was working, or the concrete was not filled up before adding mortar, which made the construction difficult to repair. The steel bars in the shoddy building are also shocking. You need to be bold and careful. Cheating is no joke. It's a technical job that requires high technology. I took such a considerable risk, so I said no one worked harder than I did. Thank you. A blogger said, "Don't ask where the money went. The money went to the things you are proud of, the roads and railways. Don't you like them? China has no assets. All the money was borrowed. Aren't many of you proud? Go to Taipei and see how shabby it is. What kind of city is this? The ones in our country are better than yours. Remember, compared with the infrastructure, high-speed rail, infrastructure construction, and urban construction, military expenditures and stability maintenance funds are nothing. Stability maintenance funds are more than 100 billion US dollars. Do you know how much is invested in infrastructure every year? 2.88 trillion US dollars. That is, if we dig today and repair tomorrow, we will continue to dig, and the money will go here. Where did the money come from to build those beautiful winding mountain roads in Guizhou? It's this money. It looks good, and many people like these things." A netizen said, "The CCP has loved to build phase projects in recent years. As soon as it has money, it will spend it on large infrastructure. Building squares, landmarks, and image projects are glorious, but no one cares whether people live good lives. On the surface, it's to stimulate employment and develop the local economy. But in reality, it's just burning money to achieve political achievements. Look, officials took advantage of the large-scale project slashing and made a lot of money, but the quality of the project was cut corners, which caused endless troubles. Still, it did not prevent the people from spending money on shoddy projects. This can also explain why shoddy construction is prevalent in China's houses, roads, and bridges, from personal residences to public facilities, and why it cannot be stopped despite being repeatedly exposed and banned. This is because fundamentally there are CCP officials at all levels backing them up. Some shoddy projects are even caused by the government, with influential people demanding benefits from the bosses of the construction teams, and the bosses have no choice but to hand them over. The remaining money must be used to start work and pay the workers, so they cut corners. To put it bluntly, the reason why there are so many shoddy projects in China is still the CCP. Some may remember that a few decades ago when the CCP promoted the Great Leap Forward, a slogan read, "More, faster, better, cheaper." Behind this slogan was the desire for quick success, instant benefits, and a disregard for basic common sense. To put it bluntly, it disregarded people's lives and safety. In addition, the CCP has been governing the country with corruption in recent years, and officials at all levels have demanded benefits from the construction teams. So they have shifted the blame to the Chinese people, making the people pay for their bribes. That's all for today. If you enjoy our content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with a friend. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.